Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to do a video on how I feel about what everybody's saying about the brokers are scamming us out of all of our. Now I'm a driver, so this is the driver's perspective on this. So the way that I see it, right, is right now, today is May 1st, so today they are protesting in DC as well as Chicago about the rates for the brokers, right? So all the drivers are quite upset. They want to limit them and everything like that. So now here's the thing. Okay, here's my perspective on that. So yeah, you guys are mad because you're not getting very good rates per mile right now, right? But what you guys have to understand is basic economics for you small carriers as well as owner operators, okay? So the supply and demand curve, okay? So the way that works is when there's too many trucks in one area and not enough freight rates go down, okay? And then opposite, when there's not enough trucks and too much freight, guess what? The loads go up, okay? So now how do you ask yourself, okay, I want to make more, than so much per mile, and how am I going to do that, right? Well, the way you're going to do that is, okay, if you try to take out the brokers, and the only way you could possibly do that would be to either A, get your own freight, right, or B, lease on somewhere where they have customer freight, is how you're going to get rid of the brokers, okay? Now, 2018 was our year. We slayed that year. We made a killing, right? 2020 is the broker's year, okay? Now, this is how they're getting their money back, okay? Now, people are screaming that they have to get the freight rates, the brokers, regulated, right? Well, why do we really want to get the government involved? Look how the government's gotten involved with us before, right? They've completely changed everything about this industry. So who are we to say that the broker should make so much? We don't know any of their overhead. We don't know that. We know our overhead of our trucks, right? Our trucks, our trailers, we know all of that stuff, but we don't know. I got a dog hair right there. We don't know what the broker's overhead is, okay? So for us to say, listen, that the brokers have to get regulated and everything like that, sounds great and everything, but it's not going to happen. Remember, this whole industry revolves around the market. And like I said, the only way to get out of the market is your own freight or lease on with somebody that's got customer freight. That's the only way you're going to get out of this market. Okay? So, these small carriers as well as the owner operators, you guys seriously need to figure out your cost per mile. Now, I've done a video on my cost per mile and what it cost me. I'm almost $2 a mile is what I have to do in order for me to run my business, right? Yeah, $2 a mile. Now, I'll get back in the truck here in a second, and I'll break that down for you guys on how I came up with that. Now, and that's the thing. If you guys want the rates to go higher, okay, don't run into them shitty ass freight lanes, right? Stay out of Texas, stay out of Denver, stay out of Phoenix. Don't run there, right? There, when the brokers are dangling that little carrot over your head, $4 a mile to go there, don't go there unless you are willing to take what's under what you need, what your cent per mile is, in order to get out. Look at my dog. Look at him. Just hanging out the truck. Hi, buddy. Right? So, you know, so stay out of the freight lanes, okay? Is one thing that you could do if you're having problems getting out of, getting what you need in order to run your truck. But first, you need to figure out how much does it cost to run your truck. Okay, so yeah, stay in the spots where there's always freight. Okay, I came down from Wisconsin. I came down to Missouri, back to Wisconsin, right? And when you look at it, I look at it as a whole. So I'm making $2,500 for the round, so that's roughly $1,250 one way. Even though that's not what I got paid, I got paid $1,500 going down, $1,000 going back. But you got to look at it that way, guys. You guys aren't doing that. Okay. I don't know why everybody's striking, but we all know you can't get 2 truck drivers to agree on a free cup of coffee. That's the problem with this industry. But yet everybody's screaming it's the brokers' fault. It's the market. Quit going to them shitty markets and you won't have an issue. Okay. Now, it does this every year. Yeah, we're in a pandemic, right? But it does this every year. Rates go down and they start to come up in the springtime, right? But everybody's feeling, hey, we're in a pandemic. We're supposed to be important, essential people. And yet I'm getting paid crap. The market's still running the same, whether it's a pandemic or if it's regular. So historically, we all know how this market goes. Every winter, every spring, we know when it's going to start picking up. You guys are complaining you're not hitting your rate per mile. Okay, so like I said, either find your own freight, if you don't want to deal with the brokers, or lease on with somebody that's got their own freight, or change, for the people that are doing van stuff. Okay, change and do flatbed stuff, right? We get paid more doing this, than the van drivers do. Okay, so you got to do what you got to do in order to make it in this industry. Okay, so I'm gonna go over right now what my cost per mile is, because you guys are all screaming that, hey, the brokers are completely destroying this, and that my rates per mile, there's my dog, my rates per mile and everything like that is crappy. Okay, so let's go over it. Right now, for you auditory people, you'll understand this. For you visual people, go and watch my other video on how to determine how much it costs to run your truck. It's hot in Missouri today. I'm from Wisconsin, where it's always cold or raining. So yeah, you guys are just, it's not the broker's fault. Seriously, it is not the broker's fault. It's the market. It's the market, supply and demand. Once you figure out basic supply and demand, you'll figure out trucking. But first, you need to figure out what your cost per mile is in order to run. Okay, so back to I got 2 separate sections. Okay, I got a variable section and a fixed section. My variable is driver pay. That's my pay, 50 cents a mile. Right now, I base this on 3,000 miles per week and $6,000 gross is what I need to hit in order, $6,000 gross is what I need to hit in order for me to be to pretty much break even. Okay, so I got the variable, the driver pay, my pay, 50 cents a mile, $1,500. I got my fuel is roughly $1,140 a week, so roughly 38 cents a mile based on 3,000 miles. Okay, now my tolls is roughly $180 a week because I go through Chicago, and that's 6 cents a mile is what I need to calculate in on my tolls. Now my fuel and my tolls are both averages, so I took the last 10 weeks and I average them out, and that's how much I pay. Along with my 3,000 miles, I took the last 10 weeks and also figured out how many miles, average miles, am I running per week. And I got my fixed costs, okay? I got 17 cents a mile for tax. Uncle Sam wants to get paid, okay? That's 510 bucks. I got 17 cents a mile for maintenance because this truck and trailer, I'm gonna have to fix it sometime. That's also $510 a week. So then I got insurance. I pay for bobtail as well as my trailer and also cargo liability. $210 a week, which is 7 cents a mile, based on everything that I got. Now I got 33 cents a mile is how much it cost me for this truck and trailer alone. $4,000 a month is what I pay between this truck and trailer. Well, I got a brand new 2020 Peterbilt, 2017 Mag Conestoga. So, you know, I've got new equipment. So my base here is $1.68 in expenses per week. Okay, $1.68. So that's what it costs for me to move this truck. Now, then you got the stickers, the letters on the side of my truck, right? They need to get paid because that's their stickers. So they get 15%, right? I get 85%, they get 15% of the load. So roughly 30 cents a mile is what they get. Okay, so that's $900 a week. So my load minimum, my break-even point is $1.98 a mile. $1.98 a mile on 3,000 miles. Okay, which comes out to close to $6,000 a week gross. Now, what happens if I go over it, right? So if you go over it, what do? Your mama should have taught you this, right? You have all this extra money now. So what are you going to do? You're going to save that money for a rainy day. Well, guess what, guys? It's raining right now. Save your money. Okay. And then what happens when we go under, right? So when you go under, where are you going to take from, right? I got my fixed costs. I have to pay that. I got my tolls, right? I got to pay that. I got my fuel. I got to pay that. Now my 50 cents a mile, right? That 50 cents a mile, I could drop my pay and I could pay for it that way. What I'm under, okay? Yeah, it sucks, right? You get paid less. But where else are you going to draw from if you're negative, right? If you're under your quota for the week, where else can you pull from other than your pay? Because your fuel, you still got to pay that, your tolls, and then all your fixed costs, you still got to pay for the stickers on the side of your truck. So, yeah, I got to short myself at that point on in order to make it. But that's not what I do, because I save for a rainy day, so I got a little bit of money in the bank. In case I'm negative, I can... My dog's being weird. In case I'm negative, I draw from that instead of paying myself less, okay? Because I was able to save all that time. But yeah, guys, I mean, you guys are seriously, and I'm a driver. You know what I mean? I'm an owner operator, and I have high costs, $1.98. But you know what? I don't look at it per one load. I look at it for the whole week. I need to make $6,000. That's what I need to make. What do I got to do to make $6,000? Okay. Because this space is sure not going to be knocking at, doors at truck stops, because I'm going to get shot by one of you guys. Okay, so the brokers, they're just doing what the market is doing. Okay, you guys have to figure out your cost to run your truck. First of all, you got to learn supply and demand, basic economics. If there's too many of you in one area, like I said, then rates are gonna be down. And vice versa. When there's not enough trucks for freight, then the rates go up. Okay. Another way that you guys as a whole if you could come together, which, like I said, you can't get two truck drivers to agree on a free cup of coffee. If you can manage to come together, if you sit on the freight and don't book them dollar loads that everybody's complaining about, guess what? That stuff still needs to get moved, and the brokers and the shippers are going to do one thing. They're going to keep upping until it gets moved. Now, you guys all determine when that gets moved. So, is it going to go from $1 and stop at $1.40 before it gets moved? Or is it going to be $2.50 before it gets moved? That is the only way you're going to get freight to go up if you're going to go up against brokers. Okay? Because they use the market. Okay? This is their year. You know, you should have saved in 2018 when you were killing it. You know, because if you remember back in 2018, a lot of brokers were going under. Well, guess what? Now this year, the trucks are going under. Okay? And this is all going to even itself out eventually, because enough trucks are going to go under, enough brokers are going to go under, that it's going to even itself out, and we're going to have a nice 2016, 2017 playing field. Not, you know, the 2018 and now, bam, 2020, you know? But that's my perspective, and I'm a owner operator. Okay, I do not blame the brokers for this. They're doing their market, and like I said, we don't even know what their overhead is. Maybe their overhead is, you know, they're sitting at home and their overhead is their food and their cat litter. I don't know. Or maybe they have a big, you know, warehouse with multiple, you know, office spaces, you know, that they got to pay for. That's the thing. For the government, if you guys want the government to come in and try to regulate this, they're not just going to regulate the brokers. They're going to come in and say, listen, Joe Blow Trucking, we want to know how much does it cost you to operate per mile? And then we're going to put a cap on how much you can make. Do you guys really want that? I don't want that. Because when it's good, I want to be able to bank up for when it's bad like this. So that's my take. Brokers, I don't hate you guys. I understand you guys are making up for lost revenue from 2018. Drivers, you guys have to get it together. If you don't like this market, go and lease on with somebody with direct freight, or go find your own freight, or sit on them loads. You know, if all of you guys sit on the loads, they're only going to go up until you can finally book it. But it's right there. You know, $1.98 it takes me to run this truck. And just think, if there's deadhead miles too, right? So then deadhead miles is $1.68 is what I have to pay to move to go get a load. You know, and I got to factor that in. You got to constantly factor that stuff in to what do you have to make on this next load in order to be profitable. Or just do what I do and go either by the round or by the whole week. Because I know $6,000 is what I need to be able to make $1,500 in my account to pay my bills. And then everything for the truck will get paid. $6,000 is what I need. If I'm under that, then I take it out of my rainy day fund. When I'm over that, I stick it in the rainy day fund. You guys have to learn that. Basic supply and demand. Don't go to places where the freight is going to be crap. Because if you keep taking loads, every single one of your loads are under whatever your break-even point is, you're going bankrupt. Unless you have that rainy day fund. And the thing is, shit's going to turn around, guys. It will. As soon as this virus is over, I guarantee you all the companies are going to open, and we're going to have more freight than what we can handle. Meanwhile, most trucking companies have gone under. Most drivers that have parked their trucks have found different careers. So right now, it looks like crap, guys. It's not the broker's fault, though. It really isn't. They're trying to make up for lost revenue from when we got them. They say karma's a bitch. Well, this would be our karma then, right? So yeah, guys, I just wanted to to touch base with you because I see so many posts on there about how the brokers are scamming the drivers. So that is my take, and I am an owner operator. All right, guys. So I hope you guys stay safe. Okay. Keep the shiny side up. Brokers, keep doing what you're doing. But throw us a bone every now and then. Okay, guys. But just be safe out there, guys. And I guarantee you it will turn around. All right, guys. Have a great day. All right. Bye-bye.